by the capacity of teaching that this guy has. He has energy that I don't know where he takes it from, but the commitment that he really has for helping people taking life to the next level. And the fast pace of why he does it. So he not only he not only does personal branding in 48 hours, he does everything so fast. So I want
Please use the script that's
to
in.
share a quick video, Alex. I don't know if it's like you have it there about Ray Perez. I really want you guys to get connected to him, to his energy, to his commitment, and then we're gonna give him welcome and then have him share it. A little bit of all the little knowledge that he has about personal brand. Okay, so let's roll the video.
Ray, I consider when it comes to branding, he's an icon. But more than that, he's a good friend. What I like about Ray Perez is that he makes things happen. And the unique gift I think that he has is he can make you look good. He's the person who's about giving.
He is the world's expert when it comes to personal branding and making you a celebrity. So if you want to take your brand to the next level, check out Ray Perez on TV, right on C-Suite TV, and reach out to him and become a global business executive.
He has a mind when it comes to marketing and branding, second to none. I've never seen anything like it. What Ray and his training and his team provide is a sense of clarity, purpose, and direction. And I will tell you, when you can say what you do like that, you want to say it more often. You say it more often, you make more money.
I want to give a shout out to Ray Perez. He's going to do wonders for your business and get you in front of the right type of people. He is the connector.
Getting the people in the room is one thing, but having it really full of energy and ready to rumble, so to speak, is the important thing. I think you guys made that happen. Sort of say first class event all the way down.
If you want to be competitive, if you want to go global, you need branding by someone who has a decade of experience in doing it, has worked in all type of different areas, and who has a trained eye and who gets you and can bring your stuff out into the marketplace.
Okay, so let's just give a virtual round of applause for our number one global branding expert, Ray Perez.
All right. What's up, everyone? What's up? What's beautiful people? Some new faces, some familiar faces. I see Jerry. I see Carolina. I just have to acknowledge those of you that are committed to constantly learning, constantly growing. Because one of the things that I've discovered in my life is that through repetition is where you can master things. And just because you've heard a presentation one time, I promise you, you'll always pick up something when you come back and listen to it again, even if it's the same presentation, because the one thing that will always change is you. Over time, you will evolve. Who you are today is not the same person you will be a month from now, 6 months from now, a year from now. So always be open to continuing to learn from others, whether it be young, old, doesn't matter from where, and always just be constantly listening to grow. And that's the one thing that I believe in my life. I've been very successful. I've heard the same thing over and over and over and over again. And then all of a sudden one day I realized I was doing it. I wasn't hearing it anymore. I was living it. And now I just get the awesome honor and blessing to share all my experiences, what I've had to go through, the good times and the bad times, to really empower other entrepreneurs to do the same. And in this particular webinar, as you can see, this is geared to our women entrepreneurs. Because if there's one thing that this planet truly needs, is more women leaders. And the best way to do that is through the entrepreneurship path, because you have an opportunity to get out to the world. You are your own boss, right? And through the power of branding, the visual, the verbal, and the value identity, getting that out to the world through those multiple exposures that Kareem talked about is the best way to start making a change and impact in the world. And that's really what we're committed to doing here. I mean, you might have joined because you want to have better branding, you want to make more money in your business, but if you really boil everything down, it's really about, do you have a mission that you want to monetize in this planet? Do you want to serve others? Do you want to make an impact in this world? And I know you do, because you wouldn't be here if you didn't. One thing that I have discovered over the last 4.5 years that I've specialized in personal branding, not just branding and marketing, because I've been doing this for over 15 years, but in the last 4 years that I dug down in niche specific branding people, I have discovered that the number one way to grow a business is through relationships, not through sales, through creating connection with your heart, not with your product or service. Because if people connect with you, if they like, know, and trust you, either they're going to become your customer if they have a need for your product or service, or they're going to gladly introduce you to someone that they know that is your perfect customer avatar. And the most amazing thing about this whole personal branding that Kareem and I are going to share with you during Celebritize Your Brand in 2 days is that the reason they're going to share who you are and your mission and your message is because you make them look good. When you position yourself as a trusted authority, when you have proper positioning, when your branding is consistent and omnipresent, the world will have a higher perception of your value, AKA celebrity status, right? If we want to put a title to it. But when you increase your value perception, not only will they share your message because you make them look good, your actual value goes up, meaning they'll pay you more money. So think about this. Imagine what it'd be like if you could get paid more money for the exact service you currently deliver. Just imagine if you could just add a 0 to the end of what you currently charge for your services. What would that be like for you? What would that do for your bottom line? What would that do for your family? How would that make a difference in how you can give back to your church and to nonprofit organizations and anything that you support in the world? The difference is not about how hard you work. It's about how much perception of value the rest of the world has. Because I believe that every single human being on this planet has something special. Everyone has greatness. You have greatness within you. Now, my God-given talent, and I've been blessed to be able to do this over and over for hundreds of entrepreneurs, is to take that greatness and pull it out and turn it into a digital presence so the world can see. Because what's the point of having the Ferrari parked in the garage if no one can see it? What's the point of having all this greatness up in here if people can't actually share it with others because they can't see it? The whole concept of everything that I've been doing for myself personally, this wasn't a business model. I just want you to understand. I didn't do this to sell it and make money. I was already doing marketing. I was already doing videos. I was already doing websites, photography, you name it. I was doing it for businesses. But 4 years ago, I had the opportunity to go on stage and speak at an event. And what I noticed that was different from all the other speakers was my branding. And guess what? Every event that I've ever attended, I've always been one of the top producing speakers. And I truly believe it's not just because I'm a good speaker, it's because, number one, I truly care about my audience. I'm truly here and committed to serving. I'm not trying to sell anything. I practice what I preach, but most importantly, I've been able to visually, verbally, and value share my identity with the world faster than everybody else. And what we're going to teach in Celebritize Your Brand, in the digital course, you're going to be able to go over all the different steps in that process that I've had to figure out over 15 years of my career. And when you get to attend a live virtual event, which is a bonus with a friend, because the whole point is to give, right? I just want to be clear about that. This isn't about selling. It's about providing value and serving. When you get out of your head and into your heart, you'll produce more revenue than you've ever wanted. I had to learn this the hard way because I was very focused on the numbers. I was very focused on selling. And I did good. I really did. But I'll tell you this. It wasn't till I had a perception shift of how I was operating in the world and switched from trying to produce dollars to producing transformation in others. The moment I did that, I went from multiple 6 to 7 figures. There's nothing else I can tell you than that. Now, I don't focus on sales. I focus on connection and relationships. And what I teach is how to build more effective relationships with people, share your value through the power of branding and marketing, integrated with systems, processes, and technology. This is the one thing I want you to write down. If you do not integrate a system, a process, and technology and automation, you will not be able to produce the level of quality effectiveness that you need to be breaking multiple 6 and 7 figures in your business. Trust me, it took me so long to figure this out. Okay? The other thing is this. You might learn a lot of concepts. You might learn a lot of information. But information without implementation will not deliver results. And unfortunately, fortunately and unfortunately, this world is filled with a lot of information. And I've been there. I've done all the events. I spent over $500,000 in my own personal education. And the one thing I've always left feeling out of most of the events I've ever attended is, wow, I'm so inspired. I'm so motivated. I'm so excited. And now I have to go home and do all this work. And I'm probably not going to do it. Has anyone ever felt or experienced that before? Okay, so I'm not alone, right? You feel me. So one of the things that I want to share with you that we do absolutely different than any other event I've ever attended or any other workshop is that we focus on 3 main areas. Mindset, most important. Skill set, implementation. Mindset, skill set, and implementation. One without the other will not produce the same results. I can give you the skill set, but if you don't have the right mindset, you're not going to be using it properly. You're not going to understand. If I gave you the mindset without the skill set, then you won't be able to do it. And if I didn't actually teach you how to implement, then you probably won't do it right. So I just want to be clear, over the 2-day course, during the live training, we split the 2 days up into mindset and skill set. When you guys click the link that Alex is going to drop in the chat, it's going to take you to our offer page, right, for the Celebritize Your Brand in 2 days digital course. Included in that digital course, you're going to get all the course material so that you can start accessing it tomorrow. So you can get ahead of the game. And then in August, you'll join us live just like this. Now, On the second page, when you're enrolling, there's going to be an offer to attend the Marketing Implementation Bootcamp. Can anyone guess what that is? Can anybody guess? It's the day that we implement. Now, it is not a requirement, okay? You do not have to attend the Implementation Bootcamp, but this is why I created it. I realized that since I was in high school, I've always been the student that didn't want to do his homework. I just didn't like. I just felt I got it. I understood it. I don't want to waste my time doing the homework, right? That was just me. I don't know. Does anybody relate? Can anybody does not like to do the homework, right? So I've never been one to like to do the homework, and I think it is because I have maybe a codependency type of issue. I like to do things with other people. Same thing with the gym. I'll never go to the gym by myself, but if Jay calls me up and says, hey, Ray, you want to go to the gym? I'll be like, let's do it, buddy. Let's go. So I created the Marketing Implementation Bootcamp because we will provide you what I call the personal brand map. MAP stands for Marketing Action Plan. I give you step-by-step instructions. I give you scripts. I give you videos. I give you images. I teach you how to implement everything from the mindset and skill set of those 2 days. I teach you how to implement it to get more leads and more sales for your business. And I would assume, and I don't like to assume because you know what you do when you assume, right? Most of you are here because you want to grow your business. I think that's why. First thing I'm going to tell you is you want to grow your business, focus on the most valuable asset that your business has. And if you don't know what that is, let me tell you, it's you. You are the most valuable asset. It took me 10 years to realize I was in my company. But if you think about it from a logical perspective, who produces the majority of the revenue in your business? If it's you, just kind of give me a little hands up if you produce the majority of the revenue in your business. Okay, here's my next question. Who works with the customer or the client the majority of the time? If that's you, just kind of give me a little wave. Okay. So what I want you to understand, this isn't my opinion, this is God's truth. The reason that they buy is because of you. And the reason I know that is because everyone has competitors. Does anyone not have competitors? Man, I always hope there's like one person and I want to get into that business, but nobody ever says anything. Everybody's got competitors. So understand that when someone buys from you, they had other options. The reason they chose to go with your company is not because your product or service is so much better. And you know why I know? Because most products or services are relatively balanced. There is no car company that's that much better than the other, right? What's better, Honda or Toyota? Nissan, right? Like we could argue for hours. What's better, AT&T or Sprint? Verizon, right? Like it's everything's relative. Nobody has a product or service that is so much better that the whole world says, yes, they're so much better. If it was, it'd be 100 times the price. So here is the psychology. People will buy a product or service from someone that they feel good about. Think about it to yourself. Would you buy a product or service from someone that you don't like or don't trust? No, right? Like it just doesn't make sense. And if you had the opportunity to choose from two different people, would you choose the person that you feel more connected to, that you feel is more trustworthy or more credible, even if they were a little bit more expensive? So think of the psychology and how that works, right? People are not buying your product or service. They're buying you first. They have a need for your product or service. And then they go and meet people and they find out who do they connect with the most. Now, here's the question, right? How do you leverage this information? How is this relevant to your business? How can you make this beneficial to you? Here's the way to do it. If you invest in the verbal, visual, and value identity of your personal brand, and you create an omnipresent, consistent look for everyone to interact when they meet you, whether it's physically or digitally, and mind you, more people are going to meet you digitally than physically. People are meeting you right now on social media. You don't even know it. What are they experiencing? How are they feeling right now when they're meeting you online? Are they saying, wow, this woman looks very credible, very much an expert. I love her energy. She just looks so put together. I want to have a conversation with her. I'm feeling value from what I'm seeing. Is that the experience that an individual is having right now when they're looking at your Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, website, video, whatever it is you have in the world is a representation of your value. And if you want to increase your perceived value, there's a way to take all these pieces and put them together in the right order. I believe that this journey we're all on, this race, I like to call it the race to the 7 figures, this entrepreneurship journey is filled with different roadblocks. And I like to consider it like a puzzle piece. There's all these puzzles that you got, little pieces that you got to put them together. So number one, we need all the pieces, right? We need marketing, we need branding, we need graphic design, we need photography, we need copywriting, we need funnels, we need apps, we need social media, we need landing pages, right? We need authorship, publishing, right? All these pieces. So first of all, we need all the pieces. But when you have all the pieces of the puzzle, what do you then have to figure out how to do? Put them in order. And that's actually more difficult than finding the pieces that you need. And up until now, I personally have not been able to find a person, an agency, a company that brings all the pieces together under one roof and that can consult me on what order I should effectively invest to get the maximum results. So over the last year, my business partner and I, Dave Van Hoos, have basically been putting together everything that we've personally invested in our own business over the last 15 years. Put it all together, and we took a look at it. And we identified these puzzle pieces. And then we took about 6 months to organize them in an order that if we were to go back 15 years in time and redo everything we've had to do to break $1 million, how would we do it? And this year, we're happy to announce we've launched a mother company to everything we've been doing called the Entrepreneurs Agency. Now, you might have noticed that there's several people in this event with similar branding. Everyone's part of our Entrepreneurs Agency. Because the reason that I'm the #1 global branding expert is because I know that I don't know everything. But I do know how to find the experts in all the different fields that myself and my clients need for business success. That's why I'm #1. It's not because of me. It's because of my team. It's because of the family we created. And what I want to leave with you before I jump off, I have another webinar I have to get to, is that this isn't just about building your business. This is about having a family of like-minded, heart-centered, socially conscious, faith-based entrepreneurs that are all going on the same direction as you. And when you're on a journey or like on a race and you have people doing the same thing, the experience you have is completely different. Have you ever gone jogging alone? Or have you ever gone jogging in a group of 20 or more? The experience is different. The energy is different. And that's what we're doing here. And some of you might think, wow, why are they offering it for so cheap? And I'll just be honest with you. I would give it to you for free. If I didn't have costs, if I didn't have a team, if I didn't have hundreds of thousands of dollars in technology, I'd give it to you for free, 100%. The only reason we're charging $97 and $147 for the marketing implementation bootcamp, if you want to do that, is because I need to cover costs. And my commitment to you is that I'm going to serve you, myself and my team, and we're going to give you enough information and direction where you really can see a clear path on how to take your business to the next level by serving others, not by selling. And then, obviously, you have the opportunity to work with myself and my team. And I bet I put all the chips on myself and my team. And I know that some of you, after hearing everything that we teach you on, are going to say, you know what? That's a lot of freaking work. And I don't want to do it. And I don't have the time. And I don't want to hire all the people. I'm just going to have you guys do it. And that's our business model. Fully transparent. So my invitation is for you guys to take a risk, which is 100% satisfaction guarantee. I promise you your money back. And join us, not only in the digital course, but in the live course happening in August. And really, really embark on a new level in your business and this journey of being an entrepreneur and not doing it alone and doing it with people that have been in this for a long time and that really care and that want to make a difference. And I noticed some of our former clients are on here and drop some names in the chat. So I thank you for that, Jerry, and I see Carolina here as well. And that's one of the things that I love. I love seeing my clients coming back because it never ends. You don't just come to our event and that's it. Your life is 100% transformed. We never see you again. We're growing every day. And I continuously want to share that with you. So I hope you feel my heart. I hope you feel really what we're here to do. And because of the current situation that obviously we all know that we're in, we want to be able to do this in an affordable way for you. But I also want you to understand something. I've been teaching what I'm telling you for over 4.5 years. And it's been very relevant. But today, as of 4 months ago, it's not relevant anymore. It's the most important thing. Because what will happen for those that do not invest in themselves today, they're going to experience what I call the blockbuster effect. Does anybody know what the blockbuster effect is? If you're not up with the technology and the future and moving forward and constantly innovating, you're going to be out of business, no matter how much money you have, because it's not always about money. It's about connection with others. And the moment you lose that connection with others, everything starts to crumble, right? So I leave you with this. Our commitment is to serve you as a fellow entrepreneur. Our commitment is to see you grow. The way our business model works is you become successful, people see it, then they get referred to us. If you're not successful, we don't get any business. So our commitment, our goal, and our mission is to take you to the next level of success that you're looking to get to and beyond, right? I've been with some clients that have literally gone up from making 5 figures to 6 figures, multiple 6, and now about to break 7 figures. They've been with me for 2 or 3 years. And I want you to know this. We have created an entire curriculum for every area of entrepreneurship. So for those of you that might be thinking, well, my branding's pretty good. That's not really what I need. I'm more interested in becoming an author. I'm more interested in doing webinars and having landing pages. I'm more interested in having some really cool videos like the one that you just had, Ray. I want you to know this. My team is comprised of experts in every single area, and I have them come and speak during the event because I understand that branding isn't the only thing you need. So I'm going to have someone speak about video. I'm going to have someone speak about social media. I'm going to have someone speak about webinars and funnel building, list building. How many of you have wanted to build your list? How many of you have been wanting to monetize the online? And I don't mean online like selling on eBay and Amazon. I mean like you online, digitally, people buying from you. We're going to go over all of it during the 3 days. So I invite you to join us. I'm looking forward to serving you. I'm so grateful for your time. I love Kareem. I love Cheryl, Jay, Julian, Alex, all my team and all my clients. And thank you for your time. I'm going to pass it back to Kareem. And I think I got 8 minutes before my next webinar. So love you all. And I hope to see you soon. Bye-bye.
Wow. 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 Hey, wow. I said it. Once I said it.